Lost wave can be defined as a term for music with little to no information available about their origins. This term was popularized by the most mysterious song on the internet search that happened in 2024. Whether it's the nostalgia of an undiscoverable song or the uneasiness when listening to one, everyone has their own reason for wanting to discover these long-lost songs. Well, I received a message that says, "When I was younger, whenever our TV had an error, my parents would call a number for Polsat, the TV provider. During the call, there would be a wait time for about 6 to 8 minutes, and the hold music would play. It was loud, repetitive, and strangely eerie. For some reason, it always gave me a creepy feeling whenever I heard it. I recently found the song again, and it feels just as unsettling as I remember." Despite all of the various lost media that we have found up until this point, I've never looked for lost wave before. But in this video, I'm going to try to find the origins to this mysterious song. Because this is my first time looking for lost wave, I need to do some research. How does one go about a search like this? Typically, when attempting to search for an image, the first place I might look is a reverse search engine, just to see if any leads immediately come up. But in this case, because that's not available, we're going to have to use the alternative to that, using a service that will take your MP3 file and try to find a match. So I attempted to use some of the most popular audio recognition services like Audio Tag and Shazam, but sadly this didn't yield any results as the audio quality is just too low for these services to make out anything. In a lot of these lost wave cases, like the popular Subways of Your Mind, there's usually a vocal or lyrics to help you identify something from the song. This would narrow things down quite a bit as you could just input it into a search engine and you're not only searching by audio or genre. But in this case, we have absolutely nothing. Why am I always choosing the most difficult ones to solve? Let's take a moment and talk about what we do know about this track so far. As mentioned earlier, it's the hold music to the telephone line of the Polish television company Polsat, and the company was originally launched on December 5th of 1992. Knowing the company's contact information, the first thought we had is what if we tried to contact them directly? But through calling the number provided by the website, unfortunately the call seemed to go nowhere, as the operator simply didn't know where it was coming from and the call ended shortly after that. Also, two separate emails were sent out in both English and Polish, and unfortunately that also had no reply. No matter how many times I get rejected during these searches, it never stings less. But that doesn't mean that this is the end of the search. Come on. You know me better than that. I decided that we need to do whatever we can with what we have until something new comes up. Another common hurdle that could happen when doing a lost wave search is the possibility that this is a once recorded demo that was never posted anywhere. As in that case, no matter how much you search for it, it's just not going to be on the internet. But I actually strongly think that in this specific scenario, that's not the case. Even if the song could be traced all the way back to Polsat's start in 1992, we're talking about a media company here. I highly doubt that they would use some random demo from somebody they personally know when they could just license it from a third party. So I decided to try the brute force method. I started looking for some of the most popular stock music companies that go at least back to 1992. None of that 2025 AI stuff, get that out of here. And started going through each of these libraries song by song. Personally, the song that we're looking for sounds a lot like bossa nova, so I decided to look for songs and genres that were connected to that. I went through multiple different services and flicked through hundreds and hundreds of songs for a few hours. But once again, I had come up with nothing. At this point, the song was haunting to me too. The eeriness and the distortion making it just low enough quality to be unable to discern what any of the instruments in the song are. So I decided to enlist the help of my Discord. Instead of just myself attempting to put the pieces together, now we had multiple people on the hunt to find literally any information we could about Polsat. But out of nowhere, at 1:42 a.m., the user Jack from my Discord found a re-upload titled Digital Polsat 1 hour hotline. At long last, we had finally found the first connection to this song on the internet. A lot of the comments on this video even seem to share a similar feeling of the song being unsettling or creepy. Like this translated comment that says, "I'm afraid of this music literally every time I hear it. I get goosebumps." But going through every single comment on this video, there's one specifically that stands out unlike the others. The song is similar to the music from the TVP1 daily program from 2010 to 2011. Maybe it's just a feeling and something completely unrelated. But through curiosity, Alec, the original person who had messaged me about the song, found a video, and it's titled Program of the Day on August 22nd, 2010, TVP1. It's a strange video from 14 years ago that shows video of this clock for nearly a minute straight in silence. But at 1 minute in the video, this happens. It's another recording of the song we're looking for. While still in low quality, undoubtedly it has more clarity than the version we've had up until this point. But it doesn't stop there, as this video is just one of 26 videos in a playlist showing the TVP1 program screen. Going through each video individually eventually brought us to this. The song in full quality, right in front of us. I was asleep when this was discovered, and I was completely shocked when I woke up to this. The top comment reads, "The melody from the day's program is identical to the melody for Waiting in Digital Pulls At." Undeniably, this is the song that we're looking for. The piano melody lines up perfectly, and so do the drums. It's crazy to hear this in full quality after all of the hours we put into this. Now, all that's left is to find out where it came from. A user from my Discord that a lot of you might know by the name of Fish had stumbled across this song titled Piano Prayer, originally released in 2008, that featured part of the same piano. After taking the highest quality version that we have and running it through another one of those audio recognition services, this song comes up, and initially I had thought that this was definitely the original source and creator. But when comparing the two songs, both the drums and piano are doing completely different things. It also doesn't feature a lot of the crucial parts from the melody line that's used in the song that we're familiar with. It seems way more likely that he was using a combination of loops, which is usually taking a small bit from one person playing an instrument, and then taking it to make his own song, but using it from somebody else's audio library. So essentially, the TVP program and JMC's song would just be two different remixes of the same piano. My own Discord told me that this was an impossible task that would take months to figure out. But somehow, in this short amount of time, we made so much progress, and we are extremely close to figuring it out. Similar to the search for the barn that we did recently, it seems like this is just going to take manpower and some brute force. That's why I thought I would make this update video and say that I need your help. If you want to help us look for this song, or maybe you have lost media you want to find, or you just want to help, my Discord is going to be in the description. Also, I recently released a song called Oh Captain on Spotify, so if you were entertained by this video, please go listen to that song on Spotify. It's going to be in the description. And yeah, peace out.
Flow, 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 flow. I've been sinking like I don't. All these reasons that I cope. Recently I just don't know, but I'll go with the boat. I was staying up all night, speechless. Never knew that I'd need this. All the pain was so needless. I'm working on my patience. Got a new car fragrance.